Hello, the internet. Welcome back to another stream. I am OneManBluMan, and with me is my good old friend Rixart.
Hey, what's up?
Now, we are continuing. It's weird that we're able to do back-to-back streams. So, yeah, not much to report on internal work at the moment. It does look like we are going to have that series Bible out in video format real soon. Just need to stop getting over my head with artsy design stuff and just have what I have already and continue from there. But yeah, we are continuing where we last left off in terms of work. I am still animating the second half of Scene 4, and Rixart, how about you?
I'm about done with scene 5.
See, Rixart is a quicker animator than me these days. And yeah, from the title, you probably gathered that we are going to be talking about D23. That's just happened. Seeing that.
But before we talk about D23, we need to. I want to pay respects to Hayden Panettiere.
Yep.
A few hours ago, we just got the news that she had tragically passed away. And for the fans out there, to her family, we thoughts and prayers. She was a childhood icon, and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, both me and Rixart first saw the news when we were heading to bed. I was a bit skeptical at first, especially with how old she was, and then actually upon.
Yeah, I know. I was like on another news article about like the heat waves in September or something, and then I see it in like the related section. I'm like, nah, no way. Then searched it up, and yeah, it was true. I had to call my sister, who had also just gone to bed, and she also couldn't believe it.
Yep. And as paying respect, the main thing I remember her from is surprisingly Malcolm in the Middle, and Len Heroes.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with her TV stuff. I mostly watched her in films, like I Love You, Beth Cooper. She was an ice princess. She was the voice of Dot in Bug's Life. Ooh, that's gonna f me up whenever I rewatch it. And also, she was in the Scream films.
I think so. Yes. Another film I know of her from is Hoodwink. I think it's Hoodwink.
Yeah, she was in the sequel.
Yeah.
but yeah, talented actress, great human. She was an advocate for stuff, and yeah, she'll be missed.
She'll be missed. Missed. But yeah, would you like to take us away with?
Alright, so D23, for those that aren't in the know, that's Disney's expo for future projects, movies, series, stuff like that. And yeah, we're gonna be talking about them.
So.
Hell of a sec. So which one should we start with first?
Let's talk about the ones that got announced but not shown. Other than the one leak for one particular one. So let's start with some of the announced ones. So Incredibles 3, thoughts?
A couple of days ago, Brad Bird, or one of the directors or something, announced that they weren't gonna age up the characters, and I felt like that's kind of a missed opportunity.
It's one of the few things that I think the Incredibles missed with 2.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I mean, a lot of people were theorizing that the kids were gonna grow up and we're gonna see that, and yeah, but yeah, like, hopefully it'll be better than the second one.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be better than.
Yeah, because with how the superhero genre has shifted a lot, Incredibles 3 could do something interesting with that.
I agree, and I hope it does.
Yeah,
Pixar has been very hit or miss for a while now.
Yeah.
I know some people say they're back on their strides, but if there's anything we've learned with these streams, particularly with Blue Man, I am not a very forgiving person when something is a miss.
He is not.
Two that I don't think we'll talk too much about. Apparently was the announcement for the new Simpsons movie and the Princess Diaries. Don't know if you've got any thoughts on.
I have not watched The Simpsons in a long time, so the movie kind of just goes over my head. Princess Diaries, I've known that the third movie was in production for quite a while. That was really more my sister's thing. Like, I like the movies, but that was really more my sister's thing. So, yeah, I see it like a Devil Wears Prada
Kind of
2. But, you know, this time, there's actually room for a sequel.
Yeah.
Like, we could follow Anne Hathaway's character, like, being a mother, and it's like Freaky Friday. I feel you can do it, but it's not, like, really my thing.
I'm with you on that. I know of the movies. I know more from clips due to YouTube Shorts. YouTube, please fix that. You ruin everything for me. I feel like I've watched 50 movies via Shorts alone.
Yeah, it's a quotable movie, I would say. Very charming.
It has good moments. Now we've got the...
Yeah, but if Chris Pine's not in it, I'm gonna rage.
I can understand.
Yeah, what's next?
We have the Pixar slated. There's 3 more Pixar movies. You've got Ghost Market, Coco 2, and can't pronounce that.
Gato. Spanish for cat.
Yep. Gato. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, Coco 2. You see, Miguel aged.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was actually watching Coco the other night because my brother's on a Pixar binge. He always stops before Toy Story 3. Don't know why. But
That's
yeah, Coco,
cruel. That is cruel to oneself. Why start with Toy Story 3?
He always ends at Incredibles 2, and then he just restarts it.
I am sorry. If I'm doing a Pixar binge, I'm starting with Toy Story 1, and Toy Story 3 is the last movie I'm watching. Too much memories.
I mean, post Toy Story 3, there are a lot of good films, like Coco. Like, I didn't see it when it first came out, but you know, because of my brother, I got to see most of it, and yeah, good story, good songs. The voice actor, I keep seeing pop up, so yeah, who knows? Maybe this won't be just as good.
See, it's one I haven't seen, but I respect Coco. That's saying a lot with Pixar movies, because I think the last one I went to see in the cinemas, and now I've watched more since, or I think I have. The last one I saw at the cinemas was Inside Out, and that was a disappointment for me.
Inside Out 2.
No, the first one. I think I might enjoy the second one because it gives you more perspective from in different people's heads.
Well,
but that's the topic.
I still have to watch it. There's a bunch of Pixar films that came out these last 3 years I haven't seen.
I'm the same. What?
But
he's saying something.
But yeah, Gato edition showed off. We don't really know what's about. Mark Ruffalo's in the film. Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
Lawrence Fishburne is some sort of cat mob boss.
Really, you said something. My mom is on if it's in Mexico, yeah, or if it's in Mexico, Spain, or Italy, yeah, that's a bit on the nose picture, but
Ghost Market, I don't have that much things to say. First Ghost movie.
Yeah.
I guess surprised it took that long, to be honest.
To be fair, 2 sequels and 2 originals. It seems like Pixar's back on track at least a bit from where they've been for about a decade or so now.
Yeah.
Now Pixar's definitely been one of those that has been a very hit or miss studio for me for a beat. Well, it's a shame because I used to really like Pixar's, but from these announcements on D23, I'm actually intrigued from Pixar. It seems they've gotten back to somewhat of what made Pixar special, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
We'll really have to wait and see because they are one of those unfortunate studios that, from Toy Story 3 to roughly, well, Toy Story 5 to be fair, it has been very much hit or miss, at least for me. And I know Rixart might have a different opinion to all that, but that's how I personally have been feeling with Pixar. And I believe that's our last Pixar announcement from D23. I know the next big announcement was the Bluey movie.
Yeah, I never. We're like 20 years old. We haven't watched Bluey.
Yeah, I don't have any young kids, but I know of it, I know of its popularity, and it's something that I give mad respect for within the industry.
Yeah. I mean, when you get older now, you realize that the show is keeping jobs for a lot of people. So
keeping jobs for a lot of people. I'm intrigued because as far as because yeah, it's 3D animated, and I don't know why they didn't just go with 2D.
Huh.
It's I'm a bit baffled why they didn't go with the 2D style, in all honesty, but hopefully it works out for them. Okay.
Maybe 3D was just better cost effective for a movie.
It is true. This is something I don't think a lot of people who know much about the animated industry, it's cheaper doing things 3D than it is 2D, especially for especially for films. One of the sad things for the industries at the moment, doesn't help that it is considered a bit more of a risk doing 2D as movies than 3D, but unfortunately that's the timeline we live in. Okay, do you want to talk about the live action remake announcements?
Sure. Let's start with Tangled.
What?
Alright, so I really love the Tangled film. Like,
Same here.
really, really love it. And everyone looks perfectly casted. I'll say that. Like, I know most of the actors, like Catherine Hahn as Mufgoffel. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, we were talking about Agatha all along earlier, so I know she can pull off Wicked. And the actress for Rapunzel, Tegan Croft, I know her from Titans. She plays Raven. So, yeah, she was decent in that show. And she definitely looks the part, so there's that. And the actor for Flynn Rider, can't remember his name. It's like Milo something, but he was like mostly my sister's actor.
Yeah.
Like he was in the shows she watched. Like he was in the Disney Channel movie Zombies. That's one. He was in Next Step, which was a show I don't really know that much about. And like looking at it, Yeah, he's decent. He's decent. I saw the Stabbington brothers. They also look. Everyone looks the part. That much I can say about it. But
See,
it's still a live-action Disney film.
yes, and despite The Rock's best effort, he didn't kill them. He didn't kill them.
Well,
He
they were
did it for
already dead.
DC. He couldn't do it for live action Disney.
They're too powerful, Blue.
Again, for people wondering on our opinions on the live action remakes, are there animated Disney properties that probably could do better in a live action setting?
I would say yeah.
They are. Two that comes to mind, and they are my favourite from that brief period post the Renaissance before Tangled. Atlantis and Treasure Planet. If Disney was to make one of them live action, they've got someone who is going to be mildly curious, especially if they can get the right cast for the Atlanteans, because
Yeah, I mean Atlantis I can see live action, but I think Treasure Planet's gonna be hard to pull off. It's because of the alien designs and the worlds, and whenever these live action films do alien designs, they always look off.
I agree. They do look off, what is unsettling. Then seeing that this is Disney we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like you think they could put a bit more effort in. But yeah. It's annoying that seeing that Tangled's only 15 years old. Well, 16.
16 years, but whoa.
But yeah, the thing that made me lose faith in Disney as a corporation is making a sequel to Lilo and Stitch live action.
That made you lose faith.
That
made you lose faith.
If they can make such an anti-family movie as the live action Lilo and Stitch
yeah, it's not great.
And again, I was growing up with Tangled for me is that last bit before I became a teenager, is that last stretch of just before I'm officially a teenager.
Yeah.
So Lilo and Stitch I grew up with. That film had heart.
Yeah, I watched the TV show first before I
Watched the
watched
movies.
yeah. Also a side note, but rest in peace, Dayla Chase, voice actress for Lilo. Another one that just took me off guard. But anyway, yeah, I admit I had fun with the Disney live action stuff. I even went to go see it in theaters a few times. I went to go see Aladdin. There was at least one. I didn't see Mufasa. I didn't see Lion King. No, thank you. But God, it was like back in 2019. I saw a lot of movies back then, but I also not a Disney film, but I saw the How to Train Your Dragon live action.
I've recently watched that one, and in all fairness, that's the best live action remake of an animated film, seeing that it's 99.9 the exact same film.
Yeah, it was okay. It was alright. Alright, Little Mermaid, Mulan,
But
Lion King, Aladdin.
Yeah, I there's no way I'm watching the Mulan movie.
Yeah. Okay, so looks
ethical
like
reasons being primarily
same
for that
here.
one.
Same here.
Like,
Oh yeah. Looks like I only saw Aladdin in theaters. Huh.
Did we go when we were back in college when we were doing all those movie sprees? Was there a live action?
No. I mean, the movies that came out when we were going college together was Beauty and the Beast,
No thanks.
and that's it.
Yeah. Damn.
But yeah, I watched most of them at home. Cinderella is like the definitive best live action movie.
I've heard that. I heard Cinderella wasn't as bad, and it actually is the most faithful of the Disney remakes.
I watched it. It was very much its own thing. But granted, I have not watched the original Cinderella animated film.
Really?
Like, not really.
Okay, Yes, I'm a dude. Yes, I have watched the Disney princesses movies. If you want a resume, I'll I will r- rank them. The only one I haven't seen is Sleeping Beauty. See,
Okay,
of
I
the
watched
classic.
Sleeping Beauty.
I haven't watched Sleeping Beauty. That's the only one I haven't watched.
I've watched it.
But
I remember having a VHS of the Cinderella movie, but I think that was the third movie.
well, yeah, that's the one where it gets all twisted. They're like, oh, what if Cinderella didn't put on the shoe? Evil magic and stuff from the stepmother.
No.
But yeah, Lilo and Stitch, if you don't know, I'll spoil for you. Instead of, them actually becoming a family,
Ohana.
it is Lilo tells her older sister, yeah, go put me in foster care so you can go to university.
Yeah.
Despite the field she wants to get in, the best universities in America are in Hawaii. Go to California, and it's like, thank you, Disney. Thank you. You really took a heartwarming message, especially for people that grew up in rough family situations.
Yeah.
And again, so yeah, Lilo and Stitch 2 doesn't need to happen, Disney. This is out. I give you more respect for continuing the Ice Age franchise than...
And that's our next segue.
Yeah, that's the perfect segue.
I actually watched the first movie, like, just the other day. My brother likes to rewatch, I like to binge certain movies. Still holds up. I still enjoy it.
See, if we're gonna see that they own 20th Century, I enjoy Ice Age, the first movie, so much. The second movie's alright.
Second movie's my favorite, I think.
Really, I prefer the first.
Because when I was getting to Ice Age, it was just the first two films, I think.
Yeah.
And then when the third one was the dinosaur one. Yeah, I remember when that was coming out. I was in Kenya at the time.
See, I was in Mexico at the time for that film. But yeah, Ice Age. First film, great. Second film is good, but then it became one of 20th century's, hey, we can milk this franchise. Seeing that this is now their sixth, main movies, and I know they've got, spin-offs as well. Or shorts.
Whatever they need to do to make money, because I just saw the other week that the voice actor for Sid made like $2 million on the first film.
Woof. Oh, damn.
So if you want to make bank, keep doing these films.
Yeah. Make banks. Oh, I know we are nearing the end of the announcement ones.
Okay, so Lilo and Stitch 2, we talked about that. Romy and Michelle, I never watched the first one.
I don't even know of it. This is one thing where...
mean, Lisa Kudrow is a fantastic actress. Maybe I'll catch it. Who knows?
But yeah, they laying clay.
Disney Kieran Culkin in a film that's looks interesting. Yeah, that's it. And Star Wars Starfighter.
The rumored, I knew of this one back in the time when I was more up to date following the Star Wars news. I'm surprised this is now actually getting the light of day.
Yeah. Yeah, from what I know of the film, don't remember the story and stuff, but I do know the actors attached to it. So Ryan Gosling, he was really into it. And also, there's another actor in there that I just did not expect.
Yeah.
Will from In Betweeners.
That's like left field.
Simon Bird's gonna be in this film apparently.
That's completely left field, but okay.
If it's just Will in a Star Wars setting, I will instantly go watch this film. I mean, just imagine.
I might be correcting what timeline I woke up to. Just bit. But yeah. It's...
Hey, we might get into it later down this list, but Ryan Gosling also makes another appearance in D23 as the new Ghost Rider.
Yes, that will be when we're coming up to the... Because I only know a few of the casting announcements from the Marvel, and he was one of them. X-Men's promising with who they've managed to cast, so...
Yeah. But we'll get into it, I guess.
Yeah, because after Starfighter,
Okay.
it was Hex. What?
Hexed. Okay, so this one caused quite a bit of rumble when it got announced a couple months ago. Or when the teaser dropped or something.
The only thing I caught.
Okay.
Good, catch us up. You're gonna have to catch me up because you know how I am with.
Okay, so tell me if you heard this story before. There's an outcast in a high school setting. They're weird. No one gets them. And then they discover that they're special or something, and then go off to a magical world and fight evil or something like that. That's basically this film.
So every coming of age story with magic.
Yeah, and like, we don't know what makes her an outcast. It's just that she's weird. But you know, a lot of people were like making jokes like, "Oh, Disney already did this with Owl House, and they unceremoniously cancelled it. Now they just want to piggyback off that idea." And even in Owl House, it was cliched by that point. But you know, I love Owl House, so.
No, hopefully it's good. I want Disney animation branch to do good. What leads me into, I am glad to see this now becoming a franchise. Zootopia.
I still have to watch the second film. It's on the books. I really want to watch it.
You should.
I did like the first one.
Well, I've liked both, and it's good to see it continuing. This is actually something that I wish Disney would do more. Zootopia 1 was amazing. Zootopia 2 doesn't like reinvent the book, but it's a good follow-up. It is kind of weird because the internet has really made me brain dead. It seems like all I get from the Zootopia kind of fandom and stuff is the shipping, and it really is.
Oh, yeah, but
and it's something that I can give them fair play. It's something I can give them fair play with.
Yeah. So what were you saying?
Yeah. Sorry, just having a drink there. It's, for those that don't know, the big ship is the two main leads.
Yeah, furries. It introduced a whole generation of furries.
Yeah, well, when haven't Disney done that?
Yeah, Disney.
If people want to know how many times they've introduced furries, I guarantee you someone was made a furry in because of a movie I mentioned.
Treasure Planet.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, Utopia 3. I know there's not much other than them announcing it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it to be good. 2 for 2 so far. Let's see if they can get a strike. Now for the last animated side.
Frozen Free.
You better take this because I don't want to rant just yet.
Okay, Frozen Free has been announced, and if you're daring, there was also a leaked teaser for the movie. I have watched that teaser, and I'm really hyped for the movie. To give a context here, when Frozen first came out, I never watched it. But I do remember the hype. Like, Let It Go was playing everywhere. Everyone was talking about sandwiches, and Christopher, not Christoph, Christoph, not Christopher, and you know, stuff like that. But you know, I never watched the film, and it wasn't until like when Frozen 2 was coming out that I finally decided to buck down and watch the first movie. And you know, first movie was alright, but I thought it was okay. I honestly do not get how it exploded so much. Because even now, people are still dressing up as Elsa and Anna and reciting all the songs and stuff like that. And the songs are good. I'll say that. I love the songs.
And then,
I guess it just came out right place, right time.
And yeah, I'm not a Frozen fan. I have respect for the animation in Frozen. One of the few things I actually have respect for, along with the only Disney, and I do preface Disney twist villains actually working. I am not a fan of Frozen.
Okay, like the thing with Hans is that, like, in isolation, he was okay. Like, I didn't mind that he was a twist villain. I mean, it got spoiled for me. Like, that was one of the big talking points for many years. It's everyone that came after that kind of puts Hans in an unfavorable light.
I agree. I like Hans as a character. I like the twist. I'm trying to remember if I've seen the second movie. I don't think I've seen the second movie.
Okay, so yeah, I have seen the second movie around the time I was watching the first one. And again, it was alright, but, you know, it's like, I was expecting something a little different. And basically the whole story arc for Elsa is that she becomes the next Avatar. Like, she becomes the fifth spirit or something, or whatever that means, and I just feel like the themes and the world building that they were setting up, they didn't go that far enough to make it more, you know, fantastical.
Well,
and stuff like that.
I hear you. It's, again, I have a problem, again, it's how popular it got, and I was more of a Tangled fan than a Frozen fan.
Yeah, same here. I mean, obviously, but I guess it's like the world is there, right? Like, the Arendelle world is there, and the building blocks are there, but the world itself just doesn't go far enough to
intrigue
like
you.
Really. Exactly, like I was telling you like a few years ago to you and another friend of ours that I felt Frozen 2 should have just been a TV show.
I get that.
Because like, you go to this magical place and land and it's just a forest. You go on this whole adventure and it's just a forest, and even then it doesn't get fully delved into.
That sounds like Disney. Let's set something big up and then follow it.
Yeah, like, and you know, it originally had like a very different story or something. Like, there was gonna be like another spirit, like the deer spirit or something, and that was gonna be a big part of the film. But then they changed it, and some of the songs got cut out. And obviously, I think post-production kind of screwed the movie.
If I'm correct, it was 2019, wasn't it, the movie?
2019, yeah.
Yeah, that... It was it was the beginning of the dark times for Disney.
Yeah.
Around 2018, 2019, Disney was kind of beginning to struggle.
Yeah.
They
But
became big enough to fall. And
the dominoes started falling. But just one more note on the movie. Show Yourself is a better song than Let It Go. Boom, shots fired. Cancel me. I mean, no, I enjoy Let It Go, but I think Show Yourself is just a better song for Elsa.
I can understand where you're coming from, despite me not knowing that one. I just don't like Let It Go. Let It Go needs to be let go.
Okay, so on the topic of Let It Go, they wrote the song before the movie and stuff like that. In the first movie, Elsa was originally like set up to be like the villain,
What I
and I
can
always
believe.
felt, yeah, and I always felt like that should have been the direction they took the movies. So in Frozen 3, we get spoiler alert, we get teased of a new villain, and she also has ice powers. And from what we see of her, it's like they're using the original designs for Elsa as a villain for this movie. And I'm actually really excited to see it because that's something that the franchise desperately needs.
We've got a comment. I know somebody who has a bone to pick with the movie for naming the twist villain after the author of the movie's inspiration.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
but you know, talking about Frozen 2, about a year or two later, my sister finally got me to watch a TV show called Once Upon a Time. And in season 4 of that show, it had come out around the time of Frozen.
yes.
Yeah, so yeah, this was like during the time where Frozen was just everywhere. And I guess the higher ups wanted Frozen to be promoted in the show. And so I was like watching the first half of the 4th season. That's the story arc. And by the time it finished, I was like, "Oh wow, why wasn't this Frozen 2?" Because
hear
yeah,
you.
because the main, I won't spoil the rest of it, but Elsa is trapped in like a bottle or something. She gets released by Emma because of time travel or something. And there's a main villain of the arc, and it's based off the Snow Queen, I think. And the thing about the Snow Queen is that she's Elsa's aunt.
Yeah.
So it was Elsa's mother, the Snow Queen, Ingrid, and their third sister. I don't remember the bits and bobs, but the third sister like died, and the mother sealed away the Snow Queen. And then the Snow Queen got out, and the complications later. But what the Snow Queen wants is family again, and she believed her sisters hated her because she was magical. Like what was done with Elsa and Anna. Like Elsa thought Anna would hate her because of her magic. So there's that parallel, and then she makes her evil scheme, and then she reads a letter discovering that Elsa's mother went on the boat to try and rescue to rescue her, but she died in the process, so the Snow Queen was just always trapped. And then she sacrifices herself to save Storybrooke, stuff like that. There's a lot that I'm missing, mostly because I don't remember, mostly because I don't want to spoil.
I only know I only know Once Upon a Time and the Frozen stuff thanks to again YouTube Shorts.
But yeah, it's like that story arc alone is like probably one of my favorites of the show because they did a lot with the Frozen characters more than I felt Frozen 2 did.
What isn't hard to do. Like I mentioned, Disney beginning before the 2020s was in its early stage of decline. It's
but
was a long time coming, but it was in its early stages. Well, yeah, I think that ends our animated stuff from D23.
But before we begin, I'm finishing the shot for scene 5. Tell me how it goes again. It's like Donna walks down the street. He thinks someone's following him. He checks. No one's there. Then he gets a phone call or something telling him to go to George's office.
Yes, you get the brief shot of someone walking behind him. He turns around. There's no one there. He gets a message from George. He goes, oh, and then the security for Paradise. Well, George's men then comes, picks him up. They spot him and they pick him up.
Alright. Is that the Bear Thugs?
Yes.
Alright.
But
Alright, I got it. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Overall, if I'm trying to remember the inspiration, because I do remember the inspiration.
The Snow Queen.
For Frozen, because there was a book it was inspired by, but
The Snow Queen.
yeah. Think you're right. Hold on, let me double check there. I don't want to look like a complete idiot. I guess. Yep, he's the Snow Queen. But I swear I remember watching a synopsis on. I have to refresh myself there. It's been a long time, but yeah, seeing that we've gone over the bulk of Disney and Pixar's animated, how do you feel about the animated prospects of Disney from this D23?
It looks interesting, and I'm gonna, whenever I can, I like to go see these films. Like I have a brother, and I would like to take him to go movies a little bit more often.
I hear you. I'm going off what we've discussed. I think Pixar is definitely in a stronger position than they have been for a while.
Yeah.
I am intrigued by a couple of the Disney original animated movies.
Yeah.
These, like, it seems like they're doing good. Hex might just be generic, but if it's better than Wish, I'll be happy. Zootopia 3 is the one I've got props for. Maybe Frozen 3 will win me over, but yeah, it's doing good. What then just leaves us with the Marvel and
Right. Alright.
I know there's a few other announcements, but we don't really have much to... You know what? Before we get into Marvel, let's go into the only other thing outside of the Marvel and Star Wars stuff that we will have an opinion on. Scrubs Season 2.
Oh. Okay.
So, for those that don't know, we are huge Scrub fans.
Yeah, great show. Great show.
One of the best Doctor shows, even though it's a comedy, it's got a revival. And I loved the revival. It felt like it was never off the air. It
did. It was. One of the better comebacks for a property.
Yes, because two shows that I grew up with and watched at a certain time in life was Malcolm in the Middle and Scrubs, and they both got a revival. And the Malcolm in the Middle one was way too short, it didn't do as much and didn't fix the itch I had.
Yeah.
But Scrubs.
Yeah, like the characters have grown, but they're still the same. The new setting, new hospital. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. In spirit.
Well,
like,
yeah,
still the same building.
It's the same in universe. It's the same build. It's the same hospital. In reality, it's not, because the original location got destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, I like the new cast members.
Yeah, I ended up falling in love with the new cast members.
Yeah. So, it's their show as well, which I really like.
Yeah.
Looks like season 9 has been scrubbed from
Hey,
existence.
but we knew that they were talking about that uh before it came up, and yeah, I am happy for Scrubs season 2. Hopefully, I don't have to wait so long to uh see more of Scrubs.
Yeah.
I know there was a few other announcements for D23. Do
Yep.
not really have any thoughts on, mainly because either not a fan or haven't watched. I'm surprised the Percy Jackson show has managed to go on as much as it did. But other than that, yeah, it's now time for essentially their moneymaker and their dead franchise, Marvel and Star Wars.
Alright, let's talk about the casting announcements for X-Men.
Yep, I need to refresh myself here because
Uh,
remember
I don't really
a
know any
few.
of them.
Let me see if they can at least give me a pictures, because I'm a face person, not a name person when it comes to actors.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look. Okay. So, do you want to go through the list, my main man?
Yeah, sure, I guess. So, we have Kit Connors as Cyclops. He looks the part. Funny, funny tangent, but the day before this announcement, I was watching an X-Men fan cast,
Yep.
and the guy put Kit Connors as Beast,
Huh.
and someone else as Cyclops. So when the announcements came, I was like, huh. Oh, well, he kind of got one right. But yeah, yeah, he looks the part. I haven't seen him in anything. But because I'm uneducated.
Yes.
So, yeah, Maya Boyd as Storm. Okay, so that's the thing here. All the actors here are really big names in Broadway shows. And not a lot of them have a lot of theatrical resumes. So if they got the pods, that means they're very good.
Hopefully. I think they've done a good job. I know it's what's the one? It's the one that's the original main character for Days of Future Past, but it's the one that sends Wolverine back. My X-Men knowledge is lacking.
Oh, you mean Kitty Pryde?
Yes. I think they could... So I meant to saw the announcement for that for Kitty.
For this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know the actress. She was on a sitcom that I used to watch. But let me look at her name.
Yeah. Because looking at the cast, I think they've done a good job.
Julia Butters.
I think overall...
I think she's been slated to play Shadowcat.
Yeah. The only one, and this is because of Brand New Day, that do not know where they're going to go moving forward, that would be Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Because
the characterization is very different.
yes, and to be fair, Jean Grey in the MCU makes hating mutants justifiable.
Yeah.
Like, if you're one of the victims of Jean Grey in Brand New Day, I'm sorry if you've just made a person who hates mutants for life.
Yeah. Hey, if the X-Men films like calls her out on what she did,
I'll be happy. But
yeah,
I don't...
it'll be a start.
it'll be a start,
Yeah,
but I'll be very, I'll be very skeptical if they will go that route.
Yeah, but yeah, we know she is. Samara Weaving as Emma Frost. I would say perfect casting.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. To be fair, if there's perfect casting, there's a wrestler in WWE who just looks like Storm, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, she could have done it.
Could have, but
But yeah, my boy the Storm, Indy Navarrete as Rogue. I never watched Obsession, so I don't know if this. I don't know the actress.
Same here. It is surprising seeing us getting how much of the X-Men, seeing that it's 2 years away, and if I'm correct, most of the actors in Doomsday are the old cast.
Yeah.
But,
Also, yeah, you were saying?
But yeah, X-Men. I'm a bit skeptical overall with MCU's X-Men, especially from the comments I've been hearing about the X-Men.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But we'll see. So we got Christopher Abbott as Professor X. I don't know him. Apparently he was in the Kraven the Hunter movie.
Huh.
But I've never seen that film. My brother was telling me the other day that it was between this guy and Tom Pelphrey.
Okay.
And Tom Pelphrey was previously in the MCU as Ward from Iron Fist. And he was the best actor in that project, so...
I have to rewatch
that would have been interesting.
The old Netflix Marvel. Netflix Marvel was peak for its time, and I miss it.
But yeah, as I think the biggest one people are talking about is Adam Driver as a supervillain. I think.
If he's Magneto,
So,
I'll be happy. But
no, apparently he's Mr. Sinister.
Huh.
Yeah. It's like Nathaniel Milbury, but that's an alias of Mr. Sinister.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you're good for Adam Driver because
yeah,
he's a good actor.
Then I hope because we haven't got a cast on. Have we got Xavier and Magneto yet?
We talked about Xavier, but no Magneto.
Okay, you know what? Seeing that we're talking about it, this is we don't really talk much with these stuff within entertainment. I'm not a big promoter of ethnic or race swapping any characters, regardless of who they were. But I am definitely of the opinion, as we're getting further and further and further away from World War II, that I am not completely against making Magneto Chinese, but particularly Uyghur, mainly because it's one of the big things that impacts him is the cruelty of humanity, and they are more closer genocides to modern day that I feel will fit better with Magneto. Or at least if you want to cast younger and keep it in, because yeah, if I'm going off the age, it's what the youngest survivor of the Holocaust now would be, what, 80?
Yeah, about right.
Yeah, and if you want to cast someone younger as Magneto set in the modern day, I know I've talked to Rixart about this. I'm completely fine with race swapping Magneto so long as it's in context of to have him fit with a more recent genocide that has happened in human history. But
yeah,
that
Okay, so I'll say this and then
yeah.
I'll go into uh the, the origin of Magneto. I feel like they don't really need to race swap him because you know, like, how did they get Captain America to the modern audience? They put him in ice. And if you really want to test how mutants are treated, they could have just had Magneto on in suspended animation as they study him, like they did with the Winter Soldier. And so that's how, you know, you can have him still be from World War II, but put him in the modern age.
You know what? You're right. Again, this is definitely one of the few things where I'm like, if I'm the writer's room, I know it would piss off China by doing it, but it's one of the few things where I would be like,
Yeah, I get what you mean, and in some ways, I do understand it if they wanted to take that direction.
yeah.
My problem is that MCU doesn't really delve into that. I mean, there's glimpses of it, but they don't really. Like, can they really handle this kind of subject? Because in Wakanda Forever, we have a, you know, Namor,
Yeah.
and the Spanish Inquisition, I think.
Spanish
Right?
Inquisition gets such a bad rep from it. From
What's that, Eternals?
yeah. It's meant to be the Conquistadors. What again? If as a history buff like myself, they are just some things where I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
I understand what you're trying to do, but can we at least have someone who knows history talk about certain things? Because if I'm
Right, so-
correct, from the Wakanda Forever thing, he was trying to mend. It's either Aztec or Mayan. Was it Aztec?
No, that's it, Eternals.
Eternals was Mayan then, because it's one of the big South America civilizations at the time, and if you know what they did to their neighbors, and the whole context on when the Spanish arrived in South America, yeah, it didn't take a lot of convincing from the Spanish to get the neighbors of, I believe it was the Mayans. Might be thinking Aztecs. History's
yeah,
crazy.
But yeah, Namor was motivated by, you know, the Spanish Inquisition, stuff like that. Eternals, we got to see a bunch of historical events and how they reacted to it. That was good. And, you know, and then in the Marvel, if they were to do like a modern day genocide and, you know, a modern tragedy, I don't know, I just don't feel like they would be able to explore that. Like a person purely motivated by, you know, something that's very topical now.
I hear you. It's a sad thing within entertainment that we can't actually broach these subjects.
Yeah, I know it's like fantastical and stuff, and a lot of Magneto's story can be allegorical and stuff, but you know, it's like it because it wasn't originally part of his character.
Yes, that is
it was
true.
it was like something that was introduced, and you know, a lot of people responded to that. And also, there is something to be said that religion in the MCU also doesn't get that much explored, especially when it's so integral to the characters.
That is true. This is again definitely a Disney issue. This is something that
I mean, I will give credit to Daredevil Born Again Season 2. It does do like a lot of Matt's faith in that. Season 1 didn't really do that as much.
Yeah.
But like the themes of Christianity is very strong within Matt's character.
Especially from the Catholic tradition. Again, removing Catholicism from Daredevil, it's not Daredevil. It's
yeah, and that's kind of how I feel with Magneto's thing, because he's a very prominent
Jewish character.
Yeah, you know, and he was made by Jewish creators.
Well,
and that's something that's not really done in these films. And if they are, they just erase it. like with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
Yeah.
That's been erased. When Moon Knight came out, they did do it. That was like the first instance of like a Jewish character, but it wasn't enough. Then Fantastic Four First Steps. Ben Grimm is very Jewish.
Well, yeah. There's a reason there are so many big conspiracies out there.
Yeah. And I feel like not Jewish now, but in Miss Marvel, Kamala is Muslim. And
Yeah.
When a character is religious and it's integral to their character, I want that to be like one of the most important things we see.
I'm also going to give a shout out for the actress for actually talking about the superhero fatigue stuff and actually hitting the nail on the head and going, it's not superhero fatigue, it's bad movie fatigue. We are at a point where we expect more from...
Imani Vellani, we stand with you.
Yeah, like...
You have not been called back, and we get that.
Yeah, and it's... definitely one of those things where I am with the actress on, and to be fair, as someone who is a Christian, she was portraying personally my favorite Miss Marvel and one of the few characters from All New or Different that I actually thought was a good addition, despite how bad All New or Different was in the comic book realm.
Okay.
Yeah, an all new, all different character that is just bad all round, and they can't get right is Ironheart.
Ooh.
Ironheart.
We'll be here all day discussing Ironheart.
But yeah, the X-Men are going back to D23 and not boring people off all this because we can nerd out about all this.
Yeah.
It's one of the few good things to hear. I'm worried about the X-Men overall because they don't want to be comic accurate, but they want to keep the comic look. And I would understand if the original X-Men films were comic accurate. But
the thing with the X-Men films is that I don't think they ever really got
no, they didn't, and I think it's a bad decision overall bringing X-Men into the MCU. X-Men is a franchise upon itself, and I think the same for the comics. I think if the X-Men were to be split off from Marvel and made in their own universe in the comics, it would be better. Same for the movies.
Yeah.
And to finish off the D23 Marvel announcements, it is Vision Quest and Doomsday.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Doomsday because I feel like that one there's the least to talk about. At least not as much to get into. I think this one was a much better
trailer.
Teaser.
Yes. Now, if you've watched our streams before, you know I am not really looking forward to Doomsday. I'm more looking forward to the movie afterwards. But
yeah.
I am at least, I'll give them props with this new teaser. And one thing that I can say with Marvel overall, they can at least put a good trailer on.
Yeah, I know, it's like a props to Pedro Pascal, because I really felt that moment when he's like yelling at Doctor Doom, like, "What have you done? What did you do?"
Yeah,
like really, that took me off guard.
I am here like, he's a good actor, but man, he's not my Doctor Doctor Reed. My Mr. Fantastic comes from the 2000 films, who I think
Ian Griffith. Yeah.
Yeah, who I think perfectly looks like Reed Richards.
Funny anecdote. A few weeks ago, during the first week of my job, we were doing collage animation, so we gave them a bunch of old magazines. some of them were like over 20 years old, and one of them had like the Fantastic Four
Yep.
from like the Fox 2000, the Fox Fantastic Four from the 2000s. So like the first movie from there, and the kid was like staring at it like in confusion and stuff, and asked me, "How come the actors for the Fantastic Four look different?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's because the movie came out 20 years ago." And he's like, "No, it came out last year." So like he couldn't recognize.
That's why I want
this
kids,
kid-
people. That's why I want kids, because that's just too adorable.
Yeah, I remember seeing Rise of Silver Surfer in theaters when I was a kid.
I remember getting both those movies from Blockbuster.
But may not be good Fantastic Four films, but I had a lot of fun with those films. But yeah, Doomsday's looking interesting. It doesn't. I was a bit concerned about RDJ's performance, but he's giving it his all.
The only thing I have concern with Doomsday is it does look like some of the leaks are true in terms of the story, and I'm disappointed that they've just if it is true. This trailer makes me think it's not, but there's been a leak going around that Dr. Doom's going to be more interested in Steve Rogers than Reed Richard. Well,
Okay, if that is true, I'm gonna feel
what's a complete letdown. A complete letdown, in my opinion.
because okay, so Doctor Doom has been a villain for like a lot of different characters, like in the comics and stuff, and they have the real estate to build up rivalries and stuff. But yeah, like this is a movie, like his first movie for this Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
And his rivalry with Mr. Fantastic is iconic.
And it's one of the well-known things about Doom as well. And seeing that you have Reed Richard in the film,
Yeah.
I would be expecting it to be Reed Richard he's mainly focusing on.
Okay, so from what I understand of the rumors of where the story's going, Steve Rogers being like the one he focuses on does make sense. Because what did Steve Rogers do at the end of Endgame?
He messed up the timeline.
Yeah, kind of. I have a theory about that, but that's neither here nor there. But like Doctor Doom, like punishing Steve for that choice, is kind of what I would want to see, because I recently like come to not like his ending in Endgame.
Look, if we're gonna do a retrospective from the MCU, that'll be another stream, because I have a lot to say with End Day, and I don't want to rant on End Day, because it's one of those things. Hopefully, it'll be a good film. I mean, we talked about Brand New Day. We enjoyed the film. It's a good film with flaws.
Yeah, of course.
And if Doomsday can be a good film with flaws, I will be happy. But it's Disney Marvel. It's not Sony plus Disney. And I'm not a big fan of Sony either, but Sony's at least managed to make a good Spider-Man film with Disney here. It's just one of those things that I wish I don't have to worry about. But yeah, Doomsday, it's looking good. And to wrap up our D23, because there's not a lot to talk about. I didn't watch WandaVision. I personally don't like them bringing back characters that's died.
So technically, this is like a different vision.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Because we're still on the multiverse stuff at the moment, aren't we?
Okay, no, so At the end of Infinity War, Vision died, stuff like that. In WandaVision, Sword brought him back. Kind of. It's his body, but reconstructed. And then Wanda's vision that she created, like, gave him back his memories. But he has no association with those memories. Like, those memories are just, like, knowledge to him. And in this one, it's like him... Like, I think the premise of this show is, like, him trying to rediscover who he is. Like, just imagine you have amnesia, and you have the memories of what you did, but you have no personal emotional connection to them.
Then hopefully it'll be good, because they've got a brilliant cast for human Ultron.
Yeah. Like, regardless of his, like, portrayal and stuff, Ultron really was... I've come to appreciate Ultron's portrayal in the movie.
Yes, this is where we're very close to the retrospective conversation. For the MCU, and Ultron's origins, very, very completely understandable. But and Ultron is probably up there in terms of one of their great villains, but he also falls into the camp of, here's a great villain that's in one film. And that's definitely the biggest problem with the MCU is villains. It's why I think Earth's Mightiest Heroes kind of trumps the MCU in that regard.
No, even in its best days, no, even on the MCU's best days, I still prefer EMH. But that's a different retrospective.
Yeah, it's now moving over to the last thing that we've actually got proper footage for, and we saved it for last because we talked bits and pieces about all this in the last two streams. Ahsoka. Star Wars Ahsoka.
Alright, so, you want to talk about Season 1 first?
You're talking to someone who who only watched the Anakin Skywalker clips.
Those were the... Okay, so... Alright, so, between two of us, one grew up with Ahsoka with the cartoons.
Yeah.
One was there when the show was coming out. So,
Yeah.
but together we'll try to give a good breakdown of the first season.
I know with the first season, and it's got its problems, so I watched a couple of you channels talk about it, so I know it brings back Thrawn. Now, I have a problem with Thrawn in live action. Why is he too fat? Why isn't he tall? Why isn't he super skinny? Please, someone explain this to me.
Well, he was stuck on a faraway planet for like 10 years.
Yeah, but even you're telling me he still wouldn't program droids or be training with troops?
Yeah, there's a lot of like world building, well, not world building, but there's like logistics stuff. Okay, so that's one of the big problems we can tackle. When at the end of Rebels, Ezra took away Thrawn to another planet. I can't remember its name. Panem, whatever.
Yeah.
And during the time of exile, Ezra was with like the locals of the planet, and Thrawn was maintaining the remaining troops and ships for him to come back. And I remember seeing like a lot of fans being disappointed.
Yeah.
I guess some of them were expecting Ezra and Thrawn to become allies or whatever.
Well, that's something that was set up in Rebels. Like,
yeah,
Ezra has always been teased to be Starkiller in Rebels. Like, way, like, uncannily, like, teased to be Starkiller.
Yeah, but it kind of feels like I feel like the root of it is that it kind of feels like their exiles didn't change that much.
Yeah.
for them. It was like they go away for this indeterminate amount of time, and when they come back, it's like they never left.
Well, it is a problem, because I know they introduced a Dark Jedi, if I'm remembering correctly. Someone that isn't...
Okay, Balin Skull and Shin Hati. We'll get to them. We'll get to them, but what were you saying?
Yeah, because as far as... Because I understand what they're doing with the Ahsoka, so it's the Thrawn trilogy, but their version. And I'm sorry, if you're not going to have Luke Skywalker in the Thrawn trilogies, I'm I'm not interested. Even if it is Ahsoka, I'm just not.
Yeah, we're watching like the Lego, like the recent Lego.
Yeah, because that was announced as well. Lego Mandalorian.
Yeah, and there's like a joke in there of like Luke Skywalker and like, are you afraid of me or something? Are you afraid to use me or something?
Yeah.
And that's obviously like a dig at how Disney just does not want to use Luke.
And yeah, what is a shame, because let's face it, Luke made the franchise. Luke is the heart of that franchise. Anakin's the backbone, but Luke is the heart.
Yeah, he's the leading light of the franchise, and nothing's being done with him.
And I just wish they would do more, but just.
But yeah, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Yeah, with Ahsoka season 2, having more Anakin, yay.
Yeah, more Anakin. But more on season 1. What did you think about Balin and his apprentice?
I understand where they were going, because I am someone who has read the Thrawn trilogy, or read the first book, had synopsis of the latter books, so I understood what he was meant to be. It's what I thought Ezra was going to be, really. Ezra would become a Dark Jedi and would want an apprentice, and Thrawn would promise him an apprentice when they get back to the galaxy. That's what...
Actually, no, that would have been interesting.
Because yeah, that's that's personally how it sort of went, but I know.
Okay, so
I know a few of the stuff, because if I'm in season 2, because I know Ahsoka goes back to the world between worlds.
Yeah, that's like after her fight with Balin.
Yeah, and
just to talk about the Dark Jedis for a bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Shout out to Ray Stevenson. Rest in peace. I know I've been saying that a lot this stream, but taken too soon. Like it's kind of like Count Dooku in a way. Like his performance adds so much to the character. Like I believe that this is just an aging warrior who's just seen it all and just genuinely just wants to set everything back. But there lies the problem with what I found with the show. They don't really explain his motivations that much.
Yeah.
Like, at all, and it's like Dave Filoni's way of like stroking the flames but not really lighting it up.
He was the apprentice, never the master, when it came to these things, and that's been evidenced with all his productions.
From the get-go, you have to accept quite a lot. Like Sabine's family is dead off-screen for some reason. Her and Ahsoka split up, but we never saw that. Not even in the World Between Worlds, which would have been a good opportunity.
Yeah. But
oh yeah, the World Between Worlds. Yeah, you want to kickstart that?
Yeah, I like the World Between Worlds because it's a built-in reset button, and I don't know if Dave did that on purpose or he saw the writing on the wall that he kind of needs a reset button, just in case.
Yeah.
So I like that Ahsoka meets Anakin in the World Between Worlds, and Anakin's like going, yeah, no, you need to remember you're my apprentice, you're a Jedi, and you need to actually be able to fight.
Okay, now
Dark
you see,
users.
with the way they were writing it and stuff, I felt he was too. it felt like it was way too vague and just too simple. And again, that's like my problem with Dave Filoni's thing. Like, just get into it.
Yep.
Like you don't need to skirt around these issues. Just say yeah, Ahsoka. Yeah, you kind of need to fight. Like, where's your conviction?
But then again, this is Disney, Star Wars. What both me and you have talked
But yeah,
about.
but and one other big thing, Sabine is force sensitive. How do you feel about that?
Hate it. I knew about that. I don't want to talk about it because I'm trying to erase it from my mind. I hate it with a passion. Not because, again, nowhere was teased in Rebels that she was force sensitive.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
I will say this. I do like the idea of someone that wasn't force sensitive become it through like faith and stuff like that. Because it makes the force more mystical, and like if you go into the context of it being like an analog for religion, God, stuff like that, anyone can believe. And I don't like become like Disney magic or whatever, but for a character story, I feel like that's interesting. I feel like it shouldn't have been Sabine.
I understand where you're coming from. I'm of the opinion that because again we touched this on our retrospective of the cartoons. The two biggest religion inspirations, because we talked about a few of the inspirations going into Star Wars, was Buddhism and Christianity. And Buddhism has always been the main focus of the essentially Star Wars mythos, and the Christianity stuff came through via Anakin and Luke Skywalker. Like how Anakin I know some people go, oh, he's Lucifer, and I go, no. Anakin is more closer to Adam or Abel than or Cain, where Luke is not quote unquote Christ, but he is Christ coded. Did.
Yeah, I mean, definitely you can choose whatever you want. Like that's not there.
There's a discussion to be had.
Yeah, there's a discussion there. But yeah, so good. Like meets Anakin goes into Darth Vader for a bit. Hats off to Hayden Christensen for still having it.
Yes.
Still has it to this day.
Again, perfect casting choice in the prequels. It's just the dialogue and direction he was given that.
Yeah, he can still do choreography. And what we've seen in the trailer in season 2, we're gonna get another Anakin fight.
Yes.
So good for him.
And it brings up the point you made in the retrospective. They just can't get past the Clone Wars. They can't get past the Clone Wars. What? I like the Clone Wars, but I want to see Galactic Civil War. I want to see Anakin. I want to see Luke, Han, Leia. Hell, seeing that they've kind of made it canon that Rex was on Endor.
Yeah, like shows up in like a book or something.
Like, they designed Rex in Rebel as like this old guy with a beard, and as he starts getting more and more into his Rebel clothing, people are like going, why does Rex look like this old guy from Return of the Jedi on Endor?
Yeah.
And I'm there like, you know what, you can, and they even reference that in the end of Rebels, that he was at the Battle of Endor. And I'm there like, so he was on a shuttle with Luke Skywalker, and people saying his name's Skywalker. He's not going to go up to Luke and ask him, like, there's some clear, like, development they can do. But, yeah. Wrapping it back on Ahsoka. Anything with Hayden Christensen, I'm interested in. Everything else.
It does Okay, so to get to season 2, yeah, it looks interesting. We'll wait.
It's a wait and see. I just got a funny feeling I know what's going to happen. What is a shame.
Yeah, I mean, I found Ahsoka to just be okay. I like
Yeah.
things about it, but it's like I imagine maybe I'll feel a little differently if I grew up with Clone Wars and Rebels, and
Yeah, and I'm one of those people that I am sick of Ahsoka at the moment. I want. There are other characters I would like to explore, please. Please, like, is that too much to ask for, Disney? Too much to ask that I get other characters, but yeah, that wraps up the D23 of 2026. Animation side, I'm gonna rate it around a 7, 8 out of 10. I'm optimistic for Disney on the animation front.
yeah, me too.
Front, like,
Honestly, yeah, you're right. I'm more excited for the. I'm
animated,
more curious for the animation stuff.
and for live action Scrubs, that's a 10 out of 10. Decent casting for X-Men. Doomsday. If you stuck with the MCU, probably a bit more excited than I am. I know Rixart is more excited for Doomsday than me.
We'll see. We'll see. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't gel with it.
Star Wars. Yeah, no. So wait,
We'll wait and see what happens.
Yeah, it's a wait and see. I am not optimistic. It's just one of those things that is a unfortunate side effect. But it's good to see some good things coming out. The live action side of Disney doesn't seem to be as strong as it needs to be. So hopefully hopefully it will just be them focused on animation, what I feel like Disney kind of needs to go back to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to see that we've had some good news for at least the animated side of Disney. But yeah. I'm just checking if there's anything else big from the entertainment side. Real quick. Yes. Now, seeing that we've talked about the Disney side, let's talk about a studio that is closing down and being merged into Paramount.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers. Lanterns.
Okay, I know that's come out, but I have not seen the recent teaser or trailer or anything, but I do want to. Let's just keep forgetting.
It's got mixed reviews.
I heard that it had good reviews.
From what cause I like getting different array of sorts from different people. Some like it, some don't.
Wait, have all the episodes been released?
First episode, I think it's just been out. It's HBO Max.
Alright,
So I think it comes out via episodes. If I'm wrong, someone just let me know if I'm wrong, because it could be something that I am just completely wrong about.
Alright, so alright, fine. I guess when I have the time, I'll check it out.
Yeah, because now, for context, I enjoy Green Lanterns. Like, they have two of my favorites in here, and none of them feel like those characters. I'm a Jon Stewart fanboy.
Yeah, I'm a Hal Jordan guy myself.
And neither of them feels like the characters that are being portrayed at the moment.
I would have to watch the show. I don't mind the actors. I guess I
The
specifically feel
acting
like
choices are fine. It's more Jon Stewart doesn't feel like Jon Stewart.
it's more like what they're trying to do with him.
Yes.
I feel, because when it comes to like adaptations, Green Lantern's never had any good luck with that.
Yeah. What?
Like if movies and shows, no matter of quality, they just never have good luck with that. And that's a shame, because Green Lantern, like how I feel about X-Men, can be a universe all on its own.
Yes, I am of the opinion that they are better as their own thing than outside.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things. I've seen just mixed opinions on Lantern episode 1. I could be wrong. I know I wait normally for season reviews than what we're getting, but yeah. Do apologize for anyone that thinks we'll be completely in D23. We generally went through it quite quickly, and even I was genuinely surprised with how quickly we went through.
Honestly, no, I think we made good time with it.
Yeah, and I felt like talking Lanterns, but it's the only other thing in the news.
But you know, My Adventures of Superman ended last week, season 3. I have to catch up with it, and starting next Saturday, My Adventures with Green Lantern is starting.
Huh.
So we'll see. I'm gonna watch it. It's based on Jessica Cruz. I like Jessica Cruz. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Because like to me, I really like the Green Lantern mythos.
You're not
And
the only one there.
yeah, and you know, like they're space cops. Let them be in space.
Let them do actual police work in space, please. How hard
Which is
it?
Which is why the Lantern show has me concerned that they're not gonna leave Earth.
I don't think they do. Or if they do, it's only briefly.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things. But seeing that we've talked so much about the big studios, yeah, let's actually talk about our own, the one we're animating at the moment.
Sure.
And I finally got past scene 1 for the second half of scene 4, what is a montage.
Oh, cool.
I don't need to do like complete blocking for the second shot. It's more just the layout it's in and a few block poses.
Alright.
So I am happy. And seeing that it's only 2 characters, it's pretty quickly, and it's means I'm at the halfway point of finishing the second half of scene 4 before going on to scene 6. How's scene 5 coming along?
I think I have 1 or 2 shots left, and then I can call it done.
That's nice.
Cool.
And yeah, we are definitely in a good stride. Like, since we've been streaming this, we started about a month or so before streaming. We were animating together.
Huh?
Layout and blocking for the pilot. We started before we started streaming it here on YouTube. We were about a month into it.
Yeah, about a month ago. Yeah.
So for it's been about near 2 months now. So if it's going to take us 3 months to do an act, 3 to 4 months to do an act. I'm feeling optimistic.
Oh.
This is where I wish I had money to pay for everything.
Yeah, same here.
Because I got to pay for some rig fixes and a few characters at the moment. And let me just do this. But we are doing pretty good. And in terms of what we're trying to do, we're here streaming, talking about entertainment, getting people to check it out. If anyone wants to ask stuff, they're more than welcome to. We're also hoping to get a series Bible out pretty soon. The main things that's left for that video is my own recordings, and just adding some new images and stuff like that. I think it's alright. I wish I did a different style now, because that's what's holding me up from completing it. Is I looked over the video and I wasn't felt like I could do better, but it's good. It's good enough. It's good enough to be to get the voice recordings and me to do the last few necessary things, and that should be done. I do have another video in the work for Dædscúa. It's going to be a mini series / advertisement for Dædscúa. It won't be animated. I don't want to spoil it for anyone listening. It's definitely going to be more gonna be interesting. It's gonna be putting like showing off the world and a few things just to have a bit more out and about for Dædscúa. And I want to get that all there. And I think it will be pretty good, in all honesty. It's like close to being done, and I should have that done when I find some free time. But because I work on 2 different workstations, so on animations I use my high-end PC, and for like big editing jobs as well. But because essentially I could have because I can do the whole series Bible on my laptop, what is 7 years old now. I've got it at university. So it's
I chose a tablet.
Drawing tablet, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. Should have just chosen a laptop.
You should have.
Yeah. It's entrapment.
No. You made the right choice. If I could go back in time, I probably would.
I mean, no, man. I hated that drawing tablet.
Did you sell it in the end?
I should.
Because I'm wondering if you're still using it or not.
No, I bought like a cheaper one that's like desk appropriate.
Was it one with a screen?
Yeah.
And is the one you're using now one with a screen or one without a screen?
Without a screen.
I would have used the screen one.
No, it's like too big, and wherever I work, it's just too small for it. Not to mention a bunch of wires I had to hook up to it. I had to buy an HDMI cable separate.
Yeah.
Just so I can use it, and
What?
sometimes it didn't work.
what drawing tablet was it then? Was it a Huanon?
There's a Huawei, I think.
Wait, send me a. It, I might want to take a look at it because I might miss that with my laptop. In all honesty,
No, wait, man. If I can't use it, you can't.
don't be like that. I thought we were friends.
Hey, I think it's in storage or something. If you want it, take it for a test run, I guess. Someone might as well be using that thing.
But no. Thank you for those who joined us while we were talking about D23. These. Yeah, is there anything Dædscúa related you want to talk about, or?
Not at the moment, except for watch our show, please.
we're hoping people will enjoy the show. It's at least one of the few things we are hoping for, because I think it will come out great. We are in that predicament of we're only now entered production after 10 years.
Yeah.
Years. So, you know what? I'm not going to go do the poses on this one because it is a quick one, and it'll be better for me to do the poses when I get to the actual animation section, so I can have live reference. I want to finish this shot as quickly as possible. It is a fight scene after all, and I spent way too much time on the last one.
Yeah, so, like Donald's finishing line for scene 5. Do you think that should be like him, like realizing, oh yeah, I own George money? Or do you think George's thugs should just be there and that's what he's reacting to?
It's what he's reacting to.
No, because like George calls him, and in this shot, it's like him, like trying to think, what does George want with me? And then, boom,
Yeah,
he realizes,
because that's
and then, yeah.
Yeah, let me open up the
Okay, so for those that don't know, we had to cut up a few things when we had to review all what we got.
Yeah.
So originally, like, there was another character, I'm not going to say what it was, that went up to Darno and told him that, yeah, George wants to see you. And then the security guards come to take him.
Yeah, essentially, we finished off the animatics last previs for the pilot. And we were going through it with some other people who know of the project and has little involvement in, and the creator himself. And there was just a few things that we basically realized we could cut. And this is one of the scenes where we have this character, we really don't need this character, cut this character. It would make it so much better. And that's scene 5. Let me hope this is the up-to-date scene 5. No, that's the old one. Where's the up-to-date scene 5? Scene 5, retimed previs. This is an old one, isn't it? Yeah, that's the old one. And yeah, I'm hoping to upload the animatic portions of it that Rixart did. He did a really great job. I'm not going to upload it with the audio because I want to have that when we start showing more of the scenes.
Yeah, just put music over it, and let's see if the people can follow along.
Yeah, I think Rixart did a great job on visualizing it. I've got it here. So yeah, turns around, no one's there, but there was someone. Gets the phone, gets the message on his phone. Yeah, no, it is. What does he want with me? That's all in reaction to the message.
Right.
I'm checking something just currently. Yeah. We'll probably be wrapping up the the live stream in a bit. We'll probably finish off our respected shots. I know I'm gonna have to play blast all my work, put it together, and see how it's. And yeah, halfway done. I get to then I'm on to the next bit of the montage.
Alright, cool. I just got this shot and the next shot to do, and I'm done with scene 5.
If you want, we might call it here then, because there's a few things me and Rixart needs to talk about in terms of production that we don't want to do on stream. This is more for some of the other videos we have planned for the channel. So once you've wrapped that off, Rixart, we can.
Yeah, I'm ready to call it.
Yeah. So I'll let you finish off that shot on screen, and we will end today's stream. The next one might be Thursday, it might be Friday. I have a very weird work schedule at the moment, so we will keep you informed. Subscribe, like, all those nice stuff. One of the few things I've enjoyed about streaming.
Yeah.
Compared to when we were just hanging out doing all this work.
Yeah, I agree. Fun. Oh, I am done with this shot right now.
Cool. Then I hope everyone has enjoyed our discussion on D23 and enjoyed us animating. It's been quite a bit eventful. Cool. Like we said, it seems like Disney has definitely a better animation lineup for at least the next few years.
At least when it comes to like new projects and stuff.
Yes, and some sequels. Were here and there for some of the other things, but it will be nice to see where they go. But yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed this stream as much as we did, and we hope to see you guys again next time. And please subscribe, and you will not be disappointed when we have the series Bible for Dædscúa, One Within Shadows. I think it's a great bit of work, and yeah, we're hoping you all enjoy it as much as we've enjoyed working on it. Yeah. Until next time, this is OneManBluMan and Rixart.
And we wish you a good day.
Adios, and until next time.